We are ready to start the Board of County Commissioners meeting for Monday, April 26, 2021. This is second item is the minutes. Board of County Commissioners meeting, April 9, 2021. Approval.
Second. Peters.
Yeah.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Next item, unfinished business. We have bid openings for Tulsa County departments for the air handler filters.
Fastenal Company. First Line Filters. And OK Filter. Move to refer to Tulsa County Departments and Procurement for review and recommendation.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Item B, bid awards and recommendations for Tulsa County departments. We've got three. One is the automotive batteries to Peak Battery of Oklahoma LLC. The second is commercial flat glass to AAA Glass and Mirror of Oklahoma. The third is deodorizing agents and cleaners to Advanced Industrial Solution and Empire Paper.
Move to approve the awards.
Second. Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Item C, unfinished business is amendment 1 to Tulsa County departments to bid award for welding supplies to Tulsa Gas and Gear.
Move approval of Amendment 1.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. And then D, request for approval to rescind the bid award for traffic paint to Ozark Materials LLC and re-advertising for bids.
Move to rescind bid award.
Second. Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Next item, action items, gasoline and diesel fuel quotes for the weekend of May 3rd, 2023.
They're all down and I approve.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Item B, documents for sale of county property for the treasurer. This is lot 20, block 2, the CA Reese to Omar Ahmed.
Move to approve the sale.
Second. Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Item C, request for approval, Board of County Commissioners, City of Glenpool resolution renewing the user agreements with South County Soccer Club and Lance and Michelle Cole.
Move approval.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes, and the sheriff has to retain peace officer status to be designated as a peace officer for retired. We have Deputy Phyllis Langley, retirement effective September 1, 2021, and then Deputy Ernestine Truewell, retirement effective May 1st, 2021.
Approval.
Second. Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes, and then third item on request for approval of social services to accept donations, food, medicines, and various items.
Move approval.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Agreements, we have 5 agreements with Board of County Commissioners, have one with the Center for Housing Solutions for the Juvenile Detention Center, District Attorney for West Publishing DBA Thomas and Reuters, that's with the subscription, the West Proflex for the Civil Division and for the Criminal Division, IT with AG Grid Limited, End User License Agreement, as Sheriff with Cherokee Nation Transportation Agreement for Nation's tribal arrestees, and then the treasurer with Pitney Bowes to extend the lease for mainstream processor equipment and maintenance.
Move to approve the agreement.
Second. Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Item E, agreement renewals. County clerk has 3. For Logic Solutions LLC, OpenGov Inc., and Tulsa Abstract and Title, and Employees Retirement System of Tulsa County has one with Prissa 2 Fund Manager.
Move approval of the agreement renewals.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Item F, request to advertise bids for highways for traffic.
Approve the request.
Second. Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. And in inventory resolutions, we have 5 assessors, building ops, IT, and sheriff's has a couple.
Move to approve the inventory resolution.
Second.
Peters.
Yes.
Keith. Yes. Lee.
Yes. Next item, sole source for the assessor for Apex Software.
Move to approve the sole source designation.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
Yes, and then next item is travel training, human resources for John Province, and then OSU extension for Michelle Monticelli and Lisa Nix.
Move approval.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Second.
Slee,
Yes.
Yes.
Next item, personal actions, we have 6 for building ops, operations, court services, election board, highways, IT, and parks.
Move to approve the actions.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
Yes. Item K, juvenile bureau personal actions to accept and file.
Move to accept and file.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
Yes. Item L, city county health departments documents to accept and file, personal actions and travel training.
Approve. Move to accept and file.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
Yes. Item M, claims to be disallowed. We have one, Precious Miller, amount paid $22.44.
Move approval.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
Yes, and then claims,
No bills.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
yes. Next item, blanket purchase orders, emergency purchase orders submitted 4/19 to 23.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Slee,
Yes. Item P, COVID update. Mr. Joe Crowell.
Yes, sir. Our total cases this week, 73,733. It's up 428. Active cases, we have 1,087, up from 1,025. I am happy to report that this week we did have no deaths. This is the first week that Tulsa County has had no deaths from COVID in more than a year. However, our 7-day rolling average did go up to 61.1 cases a day, up from 47.6. In the hospital, we did see an increase to 65 patients, up from 62. 18 of those are in the ICU. Up from 10. At the Northeast campus, as of close of business on Saturday, the COVID vaccine clinic has given out 924 vaccinations. So they are beginning to do community outreach this week to see if they can increase those numbers.
It's not many. I mean, it's not. You're set up for 20,000 a week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they are not getting close to the numbers that they want to.
We'll do our part, try to continue to push it out. Any other questions for Joe? Appreciate that. Move on to discussion of possible action for the CARES or ARPA. Terry, anything to report? I mean, nothing on this end. Still nothing on the guidance. We're still in the dark on that, so.
We're gonna have to write grants for those people.
Right. Just come on point waiting, so. Yeah. All right. Next item, announcements. Mr. Mills.
Well, I'm excited to announce, made a new hire, Roger Hughes. Hired him from the city of Broken Arrow. He's going to be transitioning. Those of you who don't know, Harry Creech is going to retire at the end of June. And so we're going to get a couple months of them working together, and Roger will be in charge of all the big projects that have been somewhat languishing. So wish him all the best, and I'll bring him around to, I meant that sincerely. I'm not going to do what I did at Broken Arrow. I'm actually going to help him. But I'll bring him around to introduce him to you all this afternoon if you're around. And I also have a little bit of a sad note. Bobby Reed, one of our bridge foremen, was injured last week, and we thought it was just going to be a minor injury, but he ended up having hip replacement because of the injury. So he's still in the hospital. So if you give him your thoughts and prayers, I appreciate that. But I think he's going to be fine, but it's still a tough deal. So.
Welcome aboard, Roger.
Thank
you, Beth. Appreciate it.
You like the culture. Except,
Except your boss, yeah, but other than that. It's
You
gonna be good. Do what?
the best of luck with your director.
No,
just thought Michael Spurgeon was good. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
Up there.
yeah. All right, Kathy Burrows.
Couple announcements, open enrollment goes until May 3rd or May 10th. And we have 602 people who have enrolled, so we're still looking for about 950 people to get that done. It's the last week for people signing up for their wellness incentive. You need to do that by Friday, the $20 wellness incentive, so tcbwell.com, go and sign up. And then we'll be sending out a reminder to the people that have their first COVID vaccine. The second vaccine clinic will be next week on May 3rd and 6th.
How many takers did you get?
We had about 200 spots, like 192 spots, and we had 85.
Anyone else? Yep, Vince.
Morning, Commissioners. So I have right here is our brochure for our summer camps at all the 5 recreation centers we have in the county. And I want to give thanks to Gary and Admin Services for helping us put this together. It's done in-house. So each center has their own. This one is for South County Rec Center, but like I said, all the centers are going to have their own informational brochures like that. We can hand out with all the information. I know Ronnie's clapped her hands because she got her O'Brien one. So she's already said that. Loyal customer. And then this past Friday, we had our 3rd Clean, Safe, Inviting Spring into Action. It was at Chandler Park. We removed graffiti, we cleaned up flower beds and mulched them. We did a deep clean of the gymnasium out there as well. Picked up trash, but also my crew noted that the trash wasn't as great in the park as to some of the other times that are out there. So thank you to the public that's out there helping to keep our parks clean, safe, and inviting. And then this Friday is the worship park.
Great. Was able to visit with Michael Alexander last week and said some of the early enrollments to the Little League Baseball was down a little bit, but pretty robust. And he expected this next coming week to get quite a few more. So bodes well for baseball if we get everybody to play. So. Okay.
Ronnie plays.
Well, Ronnie would be excellent.
Hey, I've coached it.
A child or two that might be interested too. So, yes, Mr. Scott.
We are looking at possible severe weather starting tomorrow evening through Wednesday. All modes of severe weather are possible. We have a little chance of tornadic activity. The primary threat with this, however, is going to be heavy rain. And we are anticipating potential isolated flooding southeast of Tulsa County, but that can shift in direction. So please remind your people not to drive through water across the road, turn around down.
Great. Linda?
A couple of things this morning. Saturday, we had our National Drug Take Back Day, and we had 7 locations. We collected a little over 1,000 pounds, which was a little down. We had some new locations, and it takes a while for the public to realize where we are and getting the pattern on the thank the Sheriff's Department because they were active participants in our day. And this time we added a new feature at one of our locations just to kind of pilot it. And we collected hypodermic needles, and they were slammed. I mean, people were pulling up there and popping their trunk and boxes and boxes of used hypodermic needles. And so we think we will probably invite them back and try to spread them into other locations across the city and the county. I also learned that we've had our first fraud case with regards to the prescribing law that we got passed a couple of years ago in Terry. And it's so complicated, I'm not quite sure we got all the details yet. It's still being investigated. But right now, what we believe happened is a stinker somewhere, they don't know where yet, assumed the name of a doctor from Georgia, somehow got registered and credentialed to be able to write a prescription through an e-prescribing software, wrote the prescription in Texas, and brought it to 2 counties in Oklahoma and filled it here. There were a number of places that could have been stopped where the investigation is ongoing. Law enforcement is heavily involved in it, and we can figure out what, if anything, we need to do to address that situation and close that link. We always knew that they would figure out some way to get around our system. One of the odd things to us is the prescription was written for a very large bottle of cough medicine with codeine. And no pharmacist should have ever filled that prescription with that size of a bottle. So again, there were a number of places along the road that this could have stopped. And we think maybe they were just trying to test, see where the weak link is, but we'll figure it out and go back and do some changes if we need to.
Commissioner King?
Oh, Joe,
Thank you.
can you give assurances or our folks who live underneath the dam, when they hear there's potential for high water issues, the reservoir's in pretty good shape? What
Reservoir right now, we're sitting at just 1 foot in the flood pool. And
I'm gonna repeat this thing, Vice Versa. This goes to the public, right? We're 1 foot in the.
just 1 foot in the flood pool. We
Okay.
still have 25 feet remaining.
25 feet remaining,
in the
okay.
flood pool that we can fill in 50. So it is in good shape right now. I mean, we're just barely out of the conservation pool. And they are not terribly concerned right now. There's plenty of channel capacity downstream.
Thank you. Plenty of channel capacity downstream. Okay, thank you.
Terry was curious, was there any announcements from the state capitol you'd like to make? or-
Well, we're in trouble.
Oh,
Now, for you who don't know, Cheryl, our receptionist, is retiring at the end of this week. If you want to stop by and say happy retirement to her or whatever, please feel free to do so.
how many years?
7.9.
That's so wrong.
Yes, couldn't handle that extra point one.
And she's been with the
When
county
you're
long.
done, you're done.
Way
So that's still, okay. Good, yeah, we'll definitely try to do that. Any new business? Oh, I'm sorry, in the back. Yes, sir.
One more quick announcement. I just got word that OCEH has approved Johnson & Johnson to continue. So hopefully some of those folks who don't want the double dose.
Good.
Johnson.
Good news. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. New business and, entertain a motion.
Second.
Peters,
Yes.
Keith, yes, Lee.
Yes.
Man, how long?